Hi friends, my name is Hadassah Treu. I'm an award-winning Christian author, blogger and poet. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to share a special encouragement for writers and creatives. And namely, I want to talk about how can we walk confidently in our calling as writers. What are the two P's to walk confidently in our callings as writers? So perhaps if you are watching this video, you are a writer, you are a creative. And you perhaps ask yourself, what exactly is a calling and how can I walk confidently in my calling? A calling is actually God's special plans and purposes to use our unique gifts, talents, our personalities and our experiences to reach people for Christ and to advance God's kingdom. This is especially valid for Christian writers. As writers, God gave us the ministry and the mystery of words. We love words. We understand their power to transform lives, to touch people. And we know that our words, and especially God's words, are spirit and life. And we are messengers and carriers of these words. So actually we have an awesome calling and enormous responsibility. And let's admit it, it requires a lot of work, a persistent effort, a lot of practicing, a lot of learning. Often we struggle with feelings of insecurity, insufficiency, doubt. We wonder, do our words matter? Is somebody reading our words? Are we good enough so we can be published? How to keep steady our motivation in the busyness of life? So these are questions that perhaps every writer, every Christian writer has asked herself. So what is the secret of walking confidently in our callings as writers and as Christian writers? I think there are two important keys which I want to share with you, and I call these keys the two P's. The first key is passion. So it is very difficult to keep walking and to do something if we lack passion and enthusiasm. But how can we keep the fire in our hearts? How can we fuel our passion on a regular basis to keep writing? I think one of the main ways to do this is to spend enough time in God's Word, reading it, meditating on it, filling our minds with His words, and also to spend enough time in His presence, because this is what is giving us this power, this godly inspiration to serve Him through our words. And we can remember also God's special Rhema words and special messages and vision He has given us. For example, I keep a very special red notebook, as I called it, where I have recorded all God's special Rhema words, messages, visions that He has given me. Even before I started my writing and blogging ministry, and also during my writing ministry, and especially in times when I feel discouraged and when I encounter big setbacks and roadblocks, I open my red notebook and I read through these personal words and messages and promises, and I declare them over myself and I pray them back to me, and this actually refuels my passion. So I encourage you greatly, if you haven't such a special notebook, that you start one and start recording what God is talking to you regarding your calling as a Christian writer, His special encouragement and perhaps His visions and promises for you. So this is the first P, the passion. But we need a second P to keep going in our calling and to walk confidently. And this special second P is persistence. So this means really we need to invest ourselves, we need to show faithfully day after day, we need to be willing and available to invest these special minutes, perhaps hours every day in our callings. We need simply to show up, we need to write, we need to invest. And it's very difficult to stay persistent when two things happen. The first thing is when we get discouraged, when we don't see results, when we experience what we think are big disappointments and failures, when we encounter rejections. The second thing is when simply life gets busy and we find it very difficult to find the time and the energy to stay persistent. But we need really, with God's help, to overcome these two challenges and find the time every day to show up, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, or for half an hour. Or we can find a schedule that works best for us, even if it's not every day, if it's easier for us, and also depending on the season we are in, to invest a larger chunks of time, not every day, but perhaps 2 or 3 times in the week. Whatever works for us, under God's guidance, under His wisdom, we can do it. But the most important is really the persistence. So these are the two keys I wanted to share with you: passion and persistence. And as writers, it's really God who has initiated our callings. He's the one who is leading faithfully through the whole journey, and He's the one who will bring the results in our life. Let's not forget this. But it is up to us to keep the fire burning and to show up faithfully every day, writing and speaking the words that He has implemented in our hearts and minds. I hope this encouraged you. Do you have tips for walking confidently in your calling as writers? I would be happy if you share. And if this video encouraged you and helped you, I would be happy if you like it and share it and comment it, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time.